What's going on? It's your girl, the word lyric with the Kizay, and we are back with episode 2 of season 3 on Let's Be Honest, the podcast. So yes, baby, we are here right now. Thank you so much for joining me. If this is your first time, this is the Let's Be Honest, the podcast, where I just talk about all things honesty, the things that I'm learning, the good, the bad, the ugly, the mistakes that I have made and how I am overcoming them, and how because of that, if I can overcome these mistakes, overcome life, overcome the struggle, you can too. And with that being said, let's hop on into the topic of today. I'm talking about standing your ground. Let me personalize this because really it hits home for me. I am having to stand my ground. My God. In my book, I Am Healing, the interactive journal, which I talked about on episode 1 of season 3. Just a little bit, to hint a little bit behind the backstory and all that jazz, putting it out and all of that. You should definitely go ahead and listen to it. But in the journal, there's a specific part that talks about abandoning what has abandoned you. And one of the things that has abandoned me is me. It's the ideology that I must put everyone else first. I put their feelings first. I put their ideas first. I put their thoughts first above my own. But most importantly, I put their feelings first. Now, granted, I will admit, I've become so good at quote unquote, helping people and listening to them and empathizing. I do believe it is a part of one of my spiritual gifts when it comes to what God has given me. Some people, you just feel comfortable around them. You can't help why. They always have the right words to say. They're diplomatic. They just know what to say, when to say it. And they might not even know what to say, when to say it. It's just God has graced them to be able to hear with their heart and hear how God is actually feeling concerning the actual issue before them. But for me, I've gotten so good at it that I've kind of used it as a way to not listen to me, especially when I need to be listened to, not by someone else, but by me. And I believe and know that there are so many of us who are terrible at standing our own ground because we formed a habit of not listening to ourselves. When it comes to what you need, when it comes to setting those boundaries, when it comes to feeding yourself what you need, the nourishment you need. And I'm not just talking about food and drink. I'm talking about your social life, who's around you, down to the movie you watch, down to the music you listen to, down to whether you should go out or stay in. Ooh, child, don't step on my own shoes, girl. Sorry, I'm stepping on my own shoes. Because the truth of the matter is we have learned to ignore ourselves so much so that it is hard for us to stand our ground now. And there is a level of stickability and firmness and steadfastness. There is a level of steadfastness. Why do I keep saying that? Steadfastness that you need to have that okay, I'm about to use my real name because y'all know I go by the word lyric as a singer, model, and all that jazz. But I'm about to use my real name because I'm talking to me right now. So Sarah Aisha needs to have in order for her to pass her benchmark test so she can take her SOL and pass that and go to the next grade level. So God can trust her more. So her capacity can grow more. And so once again, this ain't gonna be a long podcast because the truth of the matter is that sticking and standing on your own ground when it comes to what you will do, what you will not do, how long you will put up with something versus how long you actually do put up with it. It depends on you. It starts with you. It starts with you and God and you fortifying your faith, you fortifying yourself in the spirit. It starts with that. And I know that the more you break your own boundaries, the more you abandon yourself, the more you abandon your ideologies, the more you abandon your morals, the more you abandon you, it leaves room for others to abandon you too. In fact, it gives them permission. It gives them the okay. When they see you abandoning you, it gives them access to abandon you too, to lower their standards of how they treat you, to lower their standards of whether they're going to listen to your emotions when you need it. But it starts with you. And it's okay to abandon what has already abandoned you. And so I find myself in a place right now where I am having to abandon the very ideology that it is okay to abandon me. Because it's not okay. Can I say it again? It is not okay. It's not okay to abandon Sarah Aisha, because Sarah Aisha needs to be heard. Sarah Aisha needs to be listened to. Sarah Aisha needs to be felt. Sarah Aisha needs the same amount of patience that she'll give somebody else. Sarah Aisha needs love too. And you need to say this to yourself. This is what you need. Not something you just want. It's something you need. God made us to all need certain things. And so, my friends, my family, my honesty partners, let's choose to stick our ground. And this is something that you have to choose to do. It's not something that you just, you wake up one morning and it's like, okay, you know what? I take that back. Cause sometimes you just gotta get beat down. You gotta get beat down until you get tired of beating down. And then, then you wake up one morning and you're like, but the truth of the matter is that you didn't just wake up and it was there. The strength was there. No, you already had the strength. You just wasn't utilizing it. You already had the mindset like, hey, I don't need to do this no more. Or I need to leave this person alone. Or maybe I need to hang around these people a little bit more. Whatever. You just weren't utilizing it. And so let's practice this together. Let's practice not abandoning ourselves. Can we please make a healthy lifestyle of practicing not abandoning ourselves? We're worthy of love too. And so, my friends, if you enjoyed this podcast episode, yes, I'm trying to get myself used to doing this because closed mouths don't get fed, baby. They don't get fed. So if you have enjoyed this podcast, if there was something said that really pricked your spirit and you're like, oh my gosh, I need to share this with so and so and so and so, please feel free to share. Please feel free to pour into this podcast as much as it is pouring into you, because I want to continue to grow. I want to continue to do. I want to continue to learn, and I want better mics, because I know y'all hear the little, maybe you don't hear it, because I'm doing my best with trying to make the sound as pleasant as possible. But I can't do everything. No, I can't do everything. So I'm going to need some new mics. So with that being said, if you feel it in your spirit to donate, that link is going to be below. And if you're looking for an interactive healing journal, as well as a small community to be able to chime in and be a part of, I might even start a blog for it just so people can interact with one another all around the world, just in case you can't come in person to the workshops. But if this is something you're interested in too, then I will put that link down below as well. I love you all. Let's talk soon.